love it. I think that I like that we didn't have to mortgage the farm and we made a move. And I always say this, I like to negotiate. I will negotiate anything. Okay. Anytime of the negotiate. Week. And everybody feels like they won and everybody feels like they lost. So to me, it was perfect. It's exactly what you needed. Right. And it's like, no one's like, yes. And no one's like, oh man, everyone's like, yes, no, ooh, I don't know. I'm worried. I'm still concerned. And let's be honest, it's because our team has been elite average for so long. And we don't know.
When you dropped that term, clearly my channel loved it. They were like, elite average. They've been running with it. When you said you saw how my face lit up, I'm like, yo, it's the perfect way to describe what we are right now. We're spot on with it. But even with the move, we're all kind of feeling like, all right, did we get better? Yeah. Did we get worse?
We don't know.
We kind of the same. It's like, I don't know.
What makes it great. I think that is it.
Yeah, it's a turn up Tuesday.
Let's go. Love it. And dare I say, I think we might have won the trade. Like,
come on now.
I mean, Jalen Ramsey. I'm not going to overreact, right? However, I am going to be happy because you know what? We have waited so long for this. We have waited so long to feel like we are the most athletic team. We are the physical team. We are faster. Like Jalen Ramsey running around the backside, chasing down the quarterback. I'm like, this is what we've been waiting for.
Yes.
And part of me was like, it's week, whatever week it is. I don't know. I can't keep up. It's week, whatever. Like, don't overreact to it. And I'm like, screw that. I didn't say screw that. I actually said a cuss word. I was like, screw that. I'm going all in because we have been waiting for this. And I'm going to enjoy it because it is so hard to win in the NFL. And we are winning. And I am so hyped. And also, shout out to Texas Longhorns. Shout out to
look,
what a weekend.
Between Colorado, I say, girl, hard.
Thank you, Colorado. Like, and I'm watching Texas and Colorado like on my screens next to each other.
Oh, man.
And I'm trying hard like not to compare them, right? Because I'm like, I'm seeing certain things on one screen, I'm kind of not seeing on the other. And I'm like, that's okay. This is okay. There's levels. This is about winning. This is about wins. This is about getting in the end zone, getting sacks, and I'm trying to strip it down. And man, I was like, what a great weekend for me. And then the Steelers, listen, fans, listen to my voice. I know we want to talk about all the bad things. I know we want to talk about all the what ifs. I know we want to be down. I know we want to be like, yeah, but we got to play on Thursday. I got it. Enjoy this. We fans, we don't have to play on Thursday. We don't have to. We don't have to get ready. Like, be excited. Be happy. Like, we're winning. Let it feel good, Anyways, I'm ranting, but I'm like, enjoy it. Like, we spend so much time being like, and then it's like, no. And we don't have to play on Thursday. We get to enjoy this until Thursday. Enjoy it until Thursday. We'll complain when it's time. It's not right now. So, I'm fired up. Freaking Texas.
Let's go. See, that energy. That's the energy we like right there. Right there. That's positive. That's that. Oh, I can feel it all the way through the screen with this one, man. Yeah.
This is it.
Rightfully so.
Yes. I feel like too. And you know how this goes, right? You win a game and everyone's like immediately goes to all 22. Stop doing that crap. Let breathe. We won the game. We dominated that game. People were flying around the football. We made their quarterback so mad that he wanted to fight Patrick Queen.
Did you see that? I thought it was something. I look, we watching it, and I'm like, did I see what I thought I saw? And then they get the clip, and it's like, yeah, that is what I thought I saw. What was that, man? That's crazy.
Out of all people. And wow. I just want to say something. And one thing that I love, because I always say this, the Texas Longhorns are like the Texas Steelers Longhorns, because they do it's kind of the same thing, literally the same freaking team. And it's Deshaun Elliott's fault, but it's fine. When I was watching the game, I thought to myself, the only way my teams will win this week is if they out physical the other team, because they have to let the other team know they don't care. right? Like, I don't care what Cleveland's record is. I don't care that Oklahoma's supposed to have this dominant defensive line. I don't care that John, I didn't, and I said this in my previews. You're not supposed to care. Out there and do your job. And so I was just proud because I was like, I saw them be physical. I saw them be fast. I saw them just play good football. Now the penalties, we'll talk about it. But like, yes, team. Like, yes. That's what we've been waiting for. So anyways, and I'll get off this and then we'll say hello. Shout out to freaking Broderick Jones. For all of you people that are still freaking hating on Broderick Jones, shame on you. Enjoy him being good. Enjoy this. We're winning. Like, stop being whiny and complaining. Stop it. You're grown people. Like, stop it. Enjoy it. Broderick is doing what Broderick is supposed to do, and we need to applaud him for that. Period. Yes. All right. Darnell Washington? Are you kidding me? Like, let's go. Like, we look good. Embrace it. Like, and enjoy it, because there's going to be games where we're going to be like, oh my God, what was that? Like, what? Mm-hmm. That's not this week. So anyways, I'm done. I needed to get that out.
Listen. I love it. It's like, yo, if you go start it, you start it with that energy. All right. That's how, if you go start the show, that's how you freaking start the show. All right. You come from the top rope with you, let them all know. This is what type of time we on today. We turn it up. I was over here dancing in the green room. I was over here like, yep, we the one. We feeling good. It's a party. Yeah. Yes. So I like that. And look, and shout out to all the early morning folk. I know some of y'all West Coast people out there. It's 9 a.m. out there for y'all. Well, good morning. Top of the morning to the ends. All right. It's a Victory Tuesday. We celebrating. As TaNeisha said.
Turn up Tuesday.
Oh, excuse me. Turn up Tuesday. It was Victory Monday. It's Turn Up Tuesday. So you can see we all the way turned up. And as she said, we don't play Thursday. They play Thursday. They have to turn that page quickly. They have to get ready to travel in 24 hours. Not us. No. Us is chilling. Us is vibed out. Us is going to make sure we enjoy every lick of this victory, because if we lost, we know they'd be rubbing our face in every lick of it. They'd be talking about every player that did something bad, every coach that should be getting fired. Heck, where is it at right now? You're sitting at 4-1 post bye week. We actually made a team look like they didn't belong on the same field with us.
Correct.
4 quarters. Like, we talk about a defense that didn't allow a touchdown. It's like, yo, you're watching them kick field goals. Great, whoop-de-doo. But as a whole, it's like, man, we were watching their players get rocked. Those little boy tackles rocked.
I watched Texas do that to Oklahoma, and then literally the next day, I'm like, it's the same thing. Nobody scored a touchdown. Like, it was just, I agree. And we need to embrace it. Like, I feel like for so long.
Steelers football.
Yeah, we're waiting for the shoot. We're waiting. We're like, and what's going to happen is, because some of us need those self-fulfilling prophecies, because you're actually a negative human and you don't want to realize that yet. But I'll let you make it today.
Did you call it negative human?
Yes, we want.
Oh my God.
Correct. We want the self-fulfilling prophecy. We're waiting for the moment we can go, see, I told you we weren't. Like, we're so many people are waiting for that moment that you're forgetting to enjoy it. Like, you're forgetting. Like,
everybody's so caught up at 12 o'clock. Cinderella still got to turn up at the dance, man.
Yes.
12 o'clock came, but you know what she did before 12 o'clock? She turned up, man. Turn up. Enjoy it.
Yeah, enjoy it. It's hard. Listen, look at how many teams are scraping to try to get wins. They're scraping to try to get touchdowns. They're scraping to try. Like, come on. Loosen up. Enjoy it. Trust me. The Steelers will lose a game at some point this year, okay? We have enough time to be whiny, complaining, I'm going to say it, and bitching. That is not today. We're not doing that. Like, we are winners, okay? We are winners. Act like it.
Look. Hey, TaNeisha, not just are we winners, and we're going to start the intro in a little bit. I see you, the Don Hefe Quad. I see my folks in here. I see your ex-concept shouting out Miss PhD. I see you. We're going to shout y'all out in a second. But it's like, man, on top of us winning, the validation that we're also getting with our coaching staff, because we had questions about offensive line coach, right? Pat Myers. we're watching this offensive line develop and look good. We had questions about this defense. We're watching Terrell Lawson put together concepts and have our defense looking good. We had questions about just the competency of our offense, leadership, Coach Tomlin included. And it's like when you look at the quarterbacks that we had on our roster over the past 3 years and where they currently are right now and how they currently are performing historically, you're just like, bro, I've never seen these numbers before. And our coaching staff had these players winning, looking good, looking really good at times. So once again, it's just like, yo, we have a lot of positive energy around this squad, man, whether you're talking about the guys on the field or even the dudes on the sideline architecting this thing, man. So I'm with you, man. It feels good. Yeah. Enjoy it. Because it's going to be some times, like you said, where the negative is going to happen, where they don't execute, where an injury may happen, where a guy doesn't win their matchup. And we will be critical of it, rightfully so. As you see, you know we'll do it. Don't you dare. I double dare me. I'll do it right now, all right? Exactly. But it's like, yeah, you know we could do that. So it's like, yeah, the flip side is, though, when you finally have something positive and we're stringing together positive performances in the industry, we call it stacking wins, right? Hey, man, you got to stack them because it's hard to stack these wins, man. It's hard to. But when you look up and once again, it's like, okay, the first month of the year, all right, we went 3-1. Cool. Can we do it again? Well, shoot. So far, so good, right? We had the bye week. On the bye week, get a win. It's like, all right, let's see. Can we stack another one? We got a quick turnaround on Thursday, but a favorable matchup.
Yep.
Well, this is the part where we're looking to see, okay, if we're going to be the legitimate team that we think we're capable of being, or that some of us truly hope we are, this is the information we're supposed to get. We're going to find out. Can you win games that you're supposed to win, even when it's a quick turnaround, even when the circumstances might not always be in your favor? Right. Can you still find a way?
Yeah. And we look good, and it's okay to be happy as a fan. I don't understand why the one thing I don't get about fandom is why when good things happen, we don't embrace the good things. As soon as something bad happens, and I saw this with Texas, right? We lose to Florida, and everyone's like, the sky is falling. Arch Manning is terrible. And I'm like, did you watch the game? That's not what I took from the game. I took from the game that Texas got pushed back, and they came out in the second half, and they were trying to figure it out as they went out. And I think they had something, and then they showed up in the next day. It's like, I feel like we sometimes watch games as like a one-off in like one moment of time. And it's like, come on, let's look at this. Let's look at this offensive line. Look at the Steelers offensive line. In game one, we were like, oh God, uh-oh. In game two, we were like, is it? Then in game three, we were like, well, wait a second.
TaNeisha, we talk about Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett. Did you see the stat line? Myles Garrett.
Exactly. $40 million a year.
You got paid that much for that game?
Yeah.
For that?
And people are like, here are the 2 snaps Broderick Jones got beat.
Who cares?
What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you?
Fire Pat Meyer because of them 2 snaps too, man. All right, they package deal. Pat Meyer got to go because of them 2 snaps. I don't even remember when I've seen him get beat to the inside. Now, granted, Aaron Rodgers didn't get hit, but still, he got beat to the inside. You're like, bro, we doing that now?
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, so if we're gonna do that for Broderick, go down the whole offensive line.
Yeah, right? Yeah, right? Absolutely.
Anyways, I can go on and on about that, but I'm like, why are you picking on Broderick Jones going against Myles Garrett, holding him to basically no stats? And we have 2. You're gonna show me 2 snaps. You're gonna show me 2 freaking snaps. Are you freaking kidding me? I do better.
Look. No, TaNeisha, 2 snaps that still didn't equate to a QB hit or a sack.
Nothing.
So what am I looking at? I mean, do you know how many times guys come free on a rush and it's like, hey, he got rid of the ball? Nobody cares. Nobody. TaNeisha, if they gave us stats for that, we have a lot more money over here. Okay, they don't pay for them. They do not care about those. Do better. At all. Yeah.
And one thing you taught me too is like, let's look at the money discrepancy here. That means I'm thinking $40 million. $40 million. Making close to that on his entire rookie deal. So what are we doing? I don't know. I just
we know what we pay TJ and what we get from TJ and our expectations for TJ. And it's like, y'all put that on Broderick because he was a 1st-round draft pick. You're like, hold on, bro. That's not how that works. That is not how that works, man.
Can we pivot and go to the other side of the offensive line, we have another guy that we drafted in the first round that is also playing on the offensive line. Where is the smoke for him? And I'm not saying, saying give him any smoke. That's what I'm saying. But my point is, if we're going to measure,
we're shooting at next, all right?
Right. If we're going to measure,
let's shoot the shooters then, all right?
Let's measure. Let's measure. Line it up. Let's see the stats. Because I know there's been a couple of games this year where the right side was actually the problem and not the left side. But I'm just saying,
from my perspective, I always feel like because people watched Broderick for 2 seasons on the right side, they carry anything that they saw there to left. And it's like, just because they're both tackles, just because they both play on the offensive line, these are 2 completely different positions. So whatever you saw at right, that was right. Him as a left, this is new. And that was why I tried to keep emphasizing that with me. You first started talking of we have only seen him for 1 game at left in that preseason. Yeah. Then it was only seen for 2 games. His sample size at left looks good. We have to remember this is him at left. No different than if you say, hey, we want to compare Patrick Queen's stats at inside linebacker versus outside linebacker. It's like, yo, these are 2 very different positions.
Very different.
They both have linebacker in it, but they're different. Free safety and strong safety. Both say safety, but very different in terms of what you're asking them to do. Yeah. Right. And I just feel like because of them watching him at right, they just carry over all of that negative. And it's almost as if he's starting out at left minus 200 in terms of people's credit, in terms of how much they trust him for that. Whereas it's like, yo, if you started him off on level playing ground, you're actually feeling confident about what he's been doing this season. Because outside of a Will McDonald matchup in week 1, he has not been the reason. He has not been that.
On the other side.
Week one, it was rough. Week 1, it was rough for him.
It was.
But it hasn't been like that. And it's like, man, we just have to kind of just continue to give him some grace. Yeah. That's my thing. Just give him the grace, man.
Yeah. And I just want, we have to, I have so much to say about this. I feel like sometimes people also, you don't even realize this. You're actually negatively cheering against your team to try to make your point. And it's like you're doing all the wrong. You're going about it's going wrong.
You're going about it all wrong. Right. We want you to be right, but you want to be right at the expense of being your team losing. That's not what we want to do, man.
Yeah, people are. It's because I'm hard on my teams. I'm hard on all of my teams, and people are like, "Why are you watching if you're going to be so hard on them?" Because that is how I'm a fan, because I want them to do well. So when they do well, I can say, "Oh my gosh, I love this. You're great. This is amazing. This is amazing." Not so I can be like, "Ha, I knew you sucked." I don't want anybody to suck.
Yep. I'm like, no, I want them to win.
Amazing.
I want every person to put that black and gold on to be the greatest of all time, highest paid all time, win all the championships. Just over and over and over. Okay. That's the goal. Yeah. That's the goal. I don't want to be over here he should have got fired. I told you he sucked. No.
No.
Hey, even when we're critical of these players, I hope we're wrong. I'm like, I hope next week this guy proves me flat wrong. I wouldn't be over here told you. Yep. See, I was off. He can do this. He can ball out. Yep.
Speaking of that, I called our linebacker soft. What was that after week 2?
Yeah.
The 1 week I was like, are we soft? My bad. Okay. Yeah. They are not soft. Maybe they heard me in the
was that Seattle game. Seattle.
And they were like, she is calling us soft because they did not play well in that game. However, they're making a comeback. And I am honored to be wrong that our linebackers are not soft. I am so honored that I got that all wrong.
Shout out to Patrick Queen and Peyton Wilson and company. Them dudes are hitting, man.
As soon as he sees the space, he's like, I'm like, yes. Yes. Anyways, I am just proud of them. And I just wanted to say, if you're listening to this and you're not in the chat, because I know there's a lot of you listening and you're not in the chat, stop it. Stop negatively rooting against your team. Stop waiting for the shoe to drop. Enjoy it. Have fun. Remember there were days we wanted this all off season. We were like, please.
But they say football is fun. All right. And chat that is here currently. If y'all are, thinking that football is fun, let's know in the comment section. All right, drop it in the comment section if football is fun. If y'all enjoying what we do, and you might as well hit the like button on both channels, subscribe on both channels, and I see both membership links in there as well. So you might as well join both memberships as
I love it.
Well. All right, see, she's elevating us over here. Okay, she's elevating. So shout out. But so y'all know what the day is, man. It's a great day. It is a great.
By the way, Moats.
What's up?
For the interview, you have a StreamYard link.
I have a StreamYard.
You were worried about the adapter. In my mind, I was like, he's gonna drop.
So no. So this is what's going on. So because he was actually like supposed to be driving, I'm like, yo, calling in. That was why. Yeah, because otherwise, because trust me, that was for sure. That was for sure.
Like,
that was it.
Yep. Do the thing. And then he ended it, and I was like,
yeah, that was why. Yep. Okay. That's it, because it is only with the active guests because they're leaving the locker room and they're hitting this while they're driving back. So it's like, I get it.
Got it.
It for sure. But hey, look, I learned. Okay. Hey, I don't make the same mistakes twice. Okay. Once I make a mistake once, it's like I'm gonna make sure that I have everything I need. Okay. So yep, I learned my lesson. I made a mistake.
When did you learn that? Did you learn that when you played football?
Yes, because a mistake could be very expensive, actually. A face mask could be like $5,700. That's a mistake you better learn not to make again. Okay, if you're late to a meeting could be $1,500. Yeah.
When you're late to a meeting, do they only fine you internally though?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so you could get fined. Like, I mean, dudes get fined a lot within the organization. That's not publicly put out there. The NFL fines are the ones that are publicly put out there. Guys are late to meetings, it's $1,500. If you're late to practice, $1,500. If you got the wrong attire on in practice, if you're sleeping a meeting, everything is starting at $1,500, and then they can escalate it to their full discretion by changing the narrative from you being late to conduct detrimental. If your behavior is conduct detrimental to the team, now we can get to them 6 figures, and it can get pretty gory. Yeah. But so that's the big reason why you learn not to make the same mistakes, because the coaching staff, the organizations, and of course big old NFL, they do not care. They are going to take your money. And we always tell the people that, because they're like, oh, I just not gonna pay it. It sounds good, but they have this thing called direct deduct. You don't even get a chance to fight it, baby. Yeah. You're not even fighting it. Before it even gets to you, it's already gone. So that part is just like, God, dog. Yeah. So that's why I don't make the same mistakes twice, or I try at my best. Okay.
Yeah. Because you're a force multiplier.
No, because I'm trying to be financially responsible. Okay.
I'm just saying,
that adds up. You know how many vacations you can take with 2 face mask penalties? That's a lot of vacations to these. That's not.
How did you get those 2 face mask penalties? What were you doing at that time? You were playing in where?
One, I was being held. Okay.
But where were you playing?
I was playing in Pennsylvania. There we go. I'm going there with you. I was playing in the stadium. I was playing in a stadium. I think Pitt plays there. Actually, Pitt Panthers plays there. It was one of them college stadiums. Now that I think about it. Yep. That's one of them college stadiums. Yep. So we're gonna go there. All right.
See, I'm telling you, you gotta watch these types. You gotta watch these types.
I go with you, man. All right, I go with there. All right, this is below. Yep. We're good. But I see the people letting us know though that they here and that football is a little fun. Shout out to the homies over there. Obviously, I see you ride dollar. Football is fantastic. Love it. And then of course, football is the shizney. I see you, BD. I see you. Let ride, baby. Yeah, that's how it's supposed to be. All right. But yes, they for sure was hurting my pockets. All right, so. Yeah, I'm real paranoid about making mistakes. I try my best not to be the Reese.
I respect it.
Yeah. Coach Thomas said, don't be the guy.
Somebody asked us, and I think somebody asked us what are our thoughts on Mike Tomlin's comments on the Browns trading. Did you see that question?
I did see that. I'm gonna see if I can find it real quick. And I got you next, Country Malik, on the super chat also.
Can I put it on the screen?
Actually, I got you right here. Yeah, Chris Young.
Cool.
Yeah, he says, what are your thoughts on Mike Thomas' comments on the Browns trading Flacco? So for those that don't know, and shout out to you, Chris Young, for being here as well. For those that don't know, Coach Thomas was asked, his thoughts on the quarterback situation. And he basically was like, Andrew Berry, the GM for the Browns, has to be smarter than him, because why would you trade a guy that you thought high enough to make your opening day starter and then trade him to a team in the division that is struggling? And their main struggle is at quarterback. He was just kind of like, I don't understand that. But he was like, maybe Andrew Berry is smarter than me, because obviously that's not something that makes a lot of sense if you're trying to be competitive and trying to keep your division opponent down. So, I agreed with him. I mean, I think because me and you never got a chance to actually talk about it because it happened right after we finished up.
Weird.
Yeah, I was like, dang, we missed that one. And then they turned around and trade Newsom. I was like, because we were talking about Newsom following Metcalf and it ended up being Tyson Campbell. Either way, as long as Metcalf wins the matchup, that's all that matters. Win that one-on-one. So when I think, when we looked at that trade from my perspective, I was just like, it doesn't make any sense because to me, Joe Flacco is a upgrade at quarterback over Jake Browning. Joe Flacco mentally still understands how to process and make a lot of throws at this level. The issue with Flacco is mobility, and if you can't protect him, and part of that is why I don't feel as concerned with Cincy because they still have protection issues. And with us catching Joe on a Thursday night when he just got there, I think last Thursday, it's not a lot of time for variations to the play calls. It's not a lot of time for, adding very exquisite concepts. So it's really going to be matchup based. And for us, we got, I think, a better situation with that because of that. I mean, in the sense of just, and we'll talk about the matchup even more tomorrow, but more so in the sense of like when you're playing against, for example, a team that's had the same quarterback all offseason, it's like, man, you got a full 50, 60 plays to really be worried about when you're matching up with them, even on a Thursday night. So your preparation, you're like trying to cram all this info for that short span. This dude just got there. He may feel comfortable with 20 plays. And when we're talking about comfortability, that's a stretch because there's so many more intricate pieces from a protection standpoint and then just a verbiage standpoint. He's been speaking Cleveland the past 2 years. Now you're speaking Cincinnati, and we're talking you being there for 7 days. And you went against the Packers who got up on you a little bit, and now you're about to face us. You're not going to be able to add a lot to that. So it's going to be a real small menu. So I just think for us preparing for it, that's an advantage. That's something we should even feel confident with. So I like that, but it's just like, why would you trade him over there though? Because Flacco is still good. Like, he's a good player.
So I think we experienced Mike Tomlin's pettiness.
Yeah.
I think we sometimes get glimpses of him saying all the right things, being polished, and then at the end of the press conference, he's like, God, that was y'all are getting on my nerves. Like, Tomlin does things in such a methodical way that I felt like he was basically saying a couple of things. He was saying, Browns, what the F? Like, who does that? Like, first of all, what are
you got to be
doing?
smarter than me. You're
right.
dumb.
Like, what are y'all doing? Like, this makes no sense, first of all. And then second of all, I think he was almost trying to signal like the Bengals got them one, almost to make them feel like that he thought it was a good move. Like, oh man, I don't know why you do that. And so it's kind of, what is that word, the double entendre? It kind of works both ways, where it's kind of like the Browns, I think y'all are idiots, but I'm not going to say that. I'm going to put it back on myself and make it seem like y'all are smarter than me, which we all know that's not true. And then the second thing is I'm going to make the Bengals feel good.
Oh, I got to be smarter than me, man.
And be like, oh, well, they got them one, and so it's like, it's very Mike Tomlin. Like that is what he does. It's like, he just does things. Now people are like, what was he saying? That's just what he does. And then he walks out of there and he says, oh, that was annoying. Or what did he say?
He says, I get on my nerves. Yeah, or something like that. Like,
sounds like get out your nerves, guys.
Hey, when you sit there 401 and you just got a nice division with after the bye and everybody in your division, is struggling right now. Yeah. You know what? You can talk like that a little bit. You can feel good. You can feel good myself like that. So I can dig it.
I love it.
I can dig it.
Yeah. And also shout out to the chat. Hello, chat. I came in. I'm fired. I'm fired up. You know what? My teams are winning. I'm going to be happy when my teams are winning. And when my teams aren't winning, I'm going to critically reflect and be like, what can we do better? And I'm going to keep cheering for them and will them to their next victory. Like, that is what you do. Like, when I was at home and I was watching Texas and I was like, catch the ball, run the ball, like, they can't hear me. But I think I helped on the punt return. Like, I think I helped because I was like, see the ball. Like, and then our DBs couldn't catch any more than the Steelers DBs couldn't catch. So
oh my! And look, the amount of dropped interceptions. I'm just like, yo, can we catch the ball?
No,
just anybody. Herbig,
no.
PQ, the secondary, somebody, anybody, just catch it. It's right there. It's in your chest. Like it's like, beep boop. I'm like, yo, the ball is beating them up. Like, dude, don't let the ball beat you up now. Just it's yours. Be one with the ball, man. Fighting the ball back on.
You're
Ah,
supposed to want the ball.
yeah, man. I was like, what are you doing? What is this?
That's hilarious. No, I wasn't after I saw the Texas game, I'm telling you, everything Texas does, I'm not kidding you. I freaking see it in the Steelers. We couldn't catch on Saturday, and I'm like, oh, they can't catch. They just cannot catch. Like, it doesn't matter how many times it hits his hands, his helmet, his numbers.
It doesn't matter. It's like, yo. But shoot, I was glad that it wasn't just us. When I see my man Dilly Gabriel hit, I think it was Isaiah Bond in the side of the head. Big, I'm like, oh, all right. Something in the water right now, okay? Because he clearly just running a route. He's just running a route. He's not looking for the ball. He is not trying to get open. He's just running to the spot. He says, my job is to run 5 yards and turn right and then run 5 yards over there.
You called that too. In victory formation, you literally said that. You were like, he is only trying to get to the spot.
That's it. He is not trying to run a route. He's not trying to get open. He's just, I'm doing my assignment. And I get it because obviously the backstory, and then it's like, yo, you finally get here on a moving train. It's like, yo, I want to just be right. I don't want to do anything to cause any attention to me, nothing to just add to whatever. And it's like, hey, bro, you still are a player, man. Be a football player. You like a robot out there right now, man. That bunch of like, yo, why don't you just turn your head a little bit, bro? It's all right, man.
It's so funny watching these games because obviously before you and I did this show, I was like doing this like on my own, right?
Yeah.
And so it's so funny that we come together and we have this show and we're like, this is what we think. This is what we think. By the way, Victory Formation, for those of you that don't know, is only on Moats' channel. And it's Wednesdays, and I come in and we just talk about the matchup.
She comes through like a flamethrower. I would say like a wrecking ball, but she way too gangster for that. All right, she comes through flamethrower. Whoosh, whoosh. All right,
last week I was a mess.
Know. Okay, you never know. She was Soldier Girl last week. She came through with her war clothes on. She's like, look, man, we're gonna get this dub. She was on the road because she got this big PhD, so she can't be like us regular folk that just stay at the house all the time. I live a boring life. Okay, my life revolves around going to kids' sporting events. Okay, she has PhD, so she has to like educate folk, spread all that positivity to the masses. But on occasion, on Wednesdays, she does take a little bit of time out her busy schedule, and she could like pencil me in for just like a little bit. I'd be like, yo, TaNeisha, you got this one, stop, pretty please. I'd be feeling nervous in her email. I'd be like, hey, Mrs. TaNeisha, with the biggest PhD, the most just established PhD person that I have ever met, will you pretty please be able to maybe join me if you have a little bit of time on your time that is disposable to you on Wednesday? Yeah, man. And then she'd be like, I guess I could fit you in. I'd be like,
let me adjust my calendar. I'll see what I can do. It's funny you said that because where did you watch the end of the Steelers Vikings game? Where were you located?
See, no. I can't. Sometimes my memory. How you remember that? Just odd. It was one. That's a long way away. I can't. You know what I mean? Why you bringing up old stuff? I thought it was on the Cincinnati, man. On Cincinnati. What are you talking about? What is Cincinnati? Hey, what is Cincinnati? I don't even. I said it the whole time. Okay. Yeah. Shout out.
The other thing too is actually, I can't believe that you just went down that whole rabbit hole. By the way, shout out to you. Okay, that well played, well done with that. I think that the other thing I noticed too this weekend is how much like our first round draft pick. I'm not going to overreact. I'm not overreacting.
Hey, kudos to you for your restraint. I see you. Okay, I see you.
But the way he pops on my screen, I mean, in the weirdest ways, right? Like the play might be close to over, or the play just happens, and it's like he just is flashing. I don't know what it is. I don't know what he's doing, but there's something about him where he's there. And he's there, and he's a big human, and he just is there. And so you have him, and you have Cam Hayward, and you have TJ Watt doing whatever TJ Watt's doing. You have Highsmith doing whatever he's doing. You have Patrick Queen, who decided to show up. Welcome, Patrick Queen. Patrick Queen is so locked in that he had that defense set, and they called a timeout, and he goes,
you see.
We're good. And I thought, thought, yes.
You're like, no, bro, we don't need no time on. No.
He literally, Coach Tomlin, he was like, we're locked in. What are you doing? And I thought, yes. Like, those are the things, again, the nuances of football, right? The little things that let you know that players are like locked in is when they are mad that you called us out, because he had his team ready. And he is like, we were good. What do you call, like, what are you doing, Coach? And we don't know what he saw or whatever, but like, yes, give me that Patrick Queen. Give me that, all of it.
Low key, you see it on both. You see PQ get upset, and then I know everybody saw Aaron Rodgers early in the game. He was letting somebody have it on the sideline.
They are so locked in. And even like Aaron Rodgers with his little arm flip, he's like,
you see it, right?
I'm like, so first of all, let's talk about what has to happen, right? So you roll out, you're 40 plus years old. Okay. You're old. Okay. Don't get me started on the one that Myles Garrett was chasing him. Whatever. But you're old. Okay. So you're in the pocket. Nobody trusts this offensive line. We're all nervous when they play. Let's just call it what it is. We're nervous. Okay. We're nervous. We're a little nervous. We're like, we're not sure.
We still got trust issues. It's okay.
Yeah. But Aaron Rodgers, he's not worried. He's like, let me slide a little bit over here. Let me move a little bit over here. Hey, if you go that way, I'll throw it. I'm like, how do you think you have this time? Oh, you do have this time.
See, this is the thing. Aaron Rodgers is in the relationship. So he's like, I love him. It don't matter. Yeah. We the friends on the outside, like, hey, bro, listen, man. Hey, just be careful, okay? I'm happy for you, but just be cautious. You sure you want to press it like that?
Yeah. Please throw it. Oh God. Oh, okay. Touch. Like, it's like, even when he starts to run, I'm like, oh my gosh, where's he going? Nice run.
He looks so smooth though, and I think that's that veteran part. He never looks like he's playing too fast. He never looks like he's sped up in any capacity. And it's like, how can you be one of the slowest, like, older dudes out there? And it's like, but you're playing at your pace though. It's so watching when he rolls up, like, he just smooth though.
But I think, do you, as a defender, because you played in the NFL, you've gotten sacks on quarterbacks, you've chased them down, all of those things. As a defender, when you're going against a guy like Aaron Rodgers that is hella talented, all the things, right? I don't have to, and he's a little older, is there still a part of you that is like, oh God, he's scrambling because he sees something I don't? Like, does that get in your, like, do you ever wonder if you're overplaying your hand and the quarterback is doing something that's making you overplay your hand? Does that make sense?
No, I know what you're asking. So me personally, no, because I'm typically I'm confident in what the pre-call is, and I know post-call anything can kind of happen. So now it's just, we got to react to it. He might have seen something, or he might have felt pressure, and now that's the reason why he's flushing. So you instantly start to focus on the task. Well, if I'm a rusher, it's like, okay, is he scrambling towards me? If he is, I got to make sure that I'm climbing to his upfield shoulder, because it's Aaron Rodgers. Even old Aaron Rodgers is still fast enough to get outside to the edge if you take a bad angle, which is weird, but it's like he still has that like short area quick. He's not going to like hit it for 20, 30 yards anymore, but he can still get around you. So that's the first thing. If I'm on the backside, it's like, yo, I better be faster than Aaron Rodgers. I better be able to catch Aaron Rodgers. Otherwise, they're going to find a new person to put this jersey on if I can't catch Aaron Rodgers, right? But the other side is from a coverage element. Yeah, I am in a bind, and I pray that my rush gets there, because Aaron Rodgers is good enough that regardless if I'm to the front side or the backside, which we've seen Rodgers make that throw backside, and you're like, whoa, you ain't supposed to make that throw, but he's capable still at this level to do that. So I have to be locked in on my coverage, and it just puts more pressure on you, because now these receivers go from running regular routes to those like weirdo, I'm gonna stop over here, run over this way, I'm gonna stop here. He's like, hey, god dang, and it's Rodgers, he's gonna put it like perfect,
right on the money.
Yeah, so that's what you start thinking about more than anything, man. But Rodgers is nice, man. That's why you want him. He's nice.
He's so like, I mean, listen, and everyone, you and I, again, before the season, we were like, bring us Aaron, please. Mm-hmm. we know all the things. And the one thing I said, and I continue to say, we need his leadership. We need his competency. If we get nothing else, bring me that leadership, bring me his competency. Again, we go up. What does he do? Doesn't hike the football until it's under 5 seconds. And you know what else I've started noticing is I've started noticing the offense's blood pressure kind of going down because he was doing the beginning of the season, and it was you could tell people were like, "Oh, God, is he gonna hike it? Is he gonna hike?" Now it's like, "Oh, we're in control.
I do this. Yeah,
this
this
is
what we do.
Control is." Yeah, and even the coaching staff. Even I've seen Tomlin. He did get nervous at one time. He was like, "Okay, time out. I can't." But it's like I feel like I'm watching our team kind of be like, "Okay, he has this. He's got it. Let's let's move on to now something else." And it's so great to see that. I also want to say something because I keep seeing it kind of go by in the chat. Stop trying to trade talent. Stop.
You mean we shouldn't trade Highsmith and Muth? We should have traded them both already? Like, we got Herbig and we got Darnell Washington, so we don't need those two anymore. We can just trade them dudes, man. Get us wide receiver 2. Get us wide receiver 2 right now, man. Just trade them and we good. All right.
Stop trading talent. Trade draft picks. Go give them a fourth and a whatever. Like, do not trade. If you can maintain this talent, maintain the talent. Because you know what I've noticed? We have 5 tight ends that are all on film, making catches, making plays, doing all the things. Go find me another team in the NFL that has 5 tight ends that are doing what our tight ends are doing right now. Spoiler, you will not find it. It doesn't exist. And so why are we trading away our advantage?
Those are our wide receiver 2s. We talk our wide receiver 2. It's like, that's that. Like Calvin Austin, we use him. And yeah, when he's out there, obviously that upgrades it. But our tight ends are our wide receiver 2. And we complement it with our run game. And we got a chance to see it all work together for the first time. 100 yards rushing on the team or in a game. And we saw how we were intentional about scheming up certain things with those tight ends. That first play to Darnell Washington is schemed up. That was a thing of beauty. We're going to use the personnel grouping that you've only seen us run and block out of. And now we're going to have this dude slip through for a big, 36-yard reception. It's like, yep, these are the things. We got a Pat Freiermuth site. We got Jonnu Smith. We had a Connor Hayward touchdown. Remember, he's not supposed to be on the roster. He's only here because it's Cam's little brother. It's like, yo, he makes tackles on kickoffs routinely, and he just caught you a touchdown on a heck of a throw to by Rodgers. What in the heck? My man ripped that one. But it's like, all right, you see it? You see it? I'm like, yo, that was
right. And I feel like we try so hard to fix things that aren't broken. We have talent. I said all offseason, the Steelers have to go get talent. I need them to get talent. I need them to get talent to where I want to leave my house and go to a game because they have so much talent and I don't know how they're going to use it. Why on God's green earth would you want to trade that talent? That doesn't make sense to me. Now, if you want to give them draft picks, go give them the draft picks. I don't care.
And then the injury happens and now we're like, oh, I wish we had this player back. Oh, why don't we send this guy over there? You're like yeah, and then we look at the teams that do have the plethora, and it's like, yeah, they got so much depth. How do you defend this? They coming in waves. It's like, yeah, you need quality depth to have waves. You know how good it feels to take TJ and Highsmith off, and then you watch Herbig and Sawyer go out there and still go get hits on the corner. You're like, oh, bro, there's no drop off right now, bro. We're cooking. Yes. This is hot right here, man.
Small football note, though, because I'm glad that you brought that up, because I think that could be missed in the grand scheme of things. We had our backups getting quality snaps at the end of a game. What was it, like maybe 6 minutes left? Whatever it was. We had our backups in there getting quality snaps. Coach Tomlin, and I know he'll never get credit for it because he's so terrible and he should be fired. Coach Tomlin brought in our backups at the end of the game in an AFC North rivalry. It's not a rival, but it's an AFC North game, right?
Thank you. I appreciate you on that. Don't call it no rivalry.
Yeah, brought in our backups so that they could get quality snaps in that game. That is going to pay dividends. And I say this with Texas all the time. We have freshmen playing right now, literally freshmen right now on the field, and they make me anxious, and I want to yell at them. But I know eventually, right, one of them kind of started to turn a corner a little bit this game. But my point is like, we have to see those things. We have to celebrate those things because in week 10, in week 12, in week whatever, we're going to need those guys to kind of come in and
you already know
run off the field. Like, that's what this is about. It's like,
or you have that injury that happens, and it's like, yo, you got to be the guy. We got to ride through the playoffs. Mason McCormick, we didn't know about him until James Daniels goes down. And
Period.
he had to grow up in a hurry, make
Yes.
plays in a hurry. It's like,
Yes.
man, you don't know who that next guy is going to be. Zach Frazier. He wasn't supposed to be the opening day starter. Remember, it was basic code. He gets hurt. It's like, yo, man, you better come in here and develop. Now he's been amazing. So shout out to him for that. But it's like, you don't know when. How many times have we looked at James Pierre? And it's like, man, he has to come and help us get him out of the stadium. We saw him versus the Vikings, was slamming the door on him. It's like, yo, you just never know. But that's the testament to the depth. That's the testament to the coaching also, because when the number 2 and the number 3 guy are still able to step in and not just understand but provide production,
Exactly.
that lets you know that the messaging is resonating with everybody in there. It's easy for the starter. The starter gets all the reps. The starter gets to all the, he gets to ask all the questions. He gets to have the walkthrough. He's going to go. Everything is designed for the starter to be, you know, in a perfect scenario. And then if you're the elite of the starters, it's like, oh yeah, man, we're actually going to make it where you look great today. Like there's nothing wrong. But when you that backup, it's like, yeah, you have to know it like a regular person knows it. That is different. And when you go out there and play, you don't get all these other benefits and amenities. You better be able to step in here and make it work. So that's the part where you have to see the understanding. Yeah. And you watch a Jabril Peppers. We've seen a Juan Thornhill. We've talked about a Chuck Clark at times, right? How all of these dudes who weren't opening day starters, heck, one of these dudes wasn't even on our roster on the opening day.
Exactly.
But we've seen all 3 of them making plays, all 3 of them flying around. And it's just like, man, it's letting that messaging know it's hitting.
Yep. And those are like the back ends of football where it's like we forget about all of the things that coaches are doing in these games when we know that we're like, okay, we've won this one. So for us, we're like, woo. Yep. Okay. The coaches are like, all right, we've got to get extra snaps. We've got to find a way to make this work. Stop, you know, like anyway, I just feel like those are things that like maybe in week 10 or week 14, we're going, remember that one time at the very end of the game, back at the beginning of the season, you know, and it's like little bitty things. Even that play to Darnell Washington, they haven't ran a play to Darnell Washington like that since when, everyone, the first preseason game. It went miss. It was gone. Nobody knew. And then they were like, oh crap, right. Like, it was like, all right. Like, again, put it on film. I saw DK also do like, he probably was doing something that it actually is something that means something, but I couldn't catch it. But I felt like he was in different positions too, that I kind of saw him moving around differently. Yep. What was I seeing? I don't know what it was.
Yeah, no. So what they've been doing now past, it started a little bit in the Vikings game. They'll not just put them on, you know, outside, left side or the back side of the formation. They'll line them up in the slot sometimes, especially with Calvin Austin not being in the lineup. He's lining up all over like that. They're motioning him around, doing the things that the same thing. If you watch Minnesota and you watch Justin Jefferson and how he'll line up right, left, he'll motion. Yeah. So the idea though is to make it where, number one, if you know you're playing a team that loves man to man, which the Browns, Jim Schwartz, that's what he's been doing. Whether you're talking with him in Philly when they won the Super Bowl, even when he was in Buffalo, he's heavy on man to man, right? So you want to identify who has the man to man matchup, and with some of that pre-snap movement and motion, it makes it just hard to double guys. So if you know you want to have eyes on DK Metcalf, if DK's lined up to the backside of this formation every time, it's clear outside corner safety is going to work together. But when I motion DK into the slot, now is it the linebacker and the slot working together? Is that outside corner going to come in there with them? How does the safety enter into that? And because they're working together in close proximity, what does that do to the guy that's guarding Muth? Or the guy that's guarding Darnell, or the guy that's on the back. So that's what you're trying to hunt. And like I said, the pre-snap movement is telling Aaron Rodgers, okay, this is man, because if it's zone, they're not going to travel with them when they start motioning around. But when it's man, hey, he's going to follow them around. And from there, it's like, okay, let me get another indicator. And then sometimes they'll set up the motion and snap it to actually give them an advantage with that. Then other times, like, I just want to see something, give you a look, and we're actually going to run the ball. So that way, as a defender, I can't say, well, every time they motion is pass, every time they just line up is run, because it's information. So they know that they got to play that game with us because we hunting all that. It's like, all right, if DK only lines up on this side, and every time he does yo-yo motions to pass, you only gonna do that to me about 2 to 3 times, and now I know. All right, bet.
Okay.
But
So
that's
like the game within the
the game of the game.
I
Yep.
just I knew I was seeing something,
Yeah.
but I was like, I don't know what I'm seeing.
Well, and then the flip side is this. The flip side is this, right? Because we have a veteran secondary, right? With Jalen Ramsey, Darius Slay, and Deshaun Elliott and company. We will show man pre-snap defensively when you watch Jalen Ramsey run with the guy in motion, and we will be playing zone. But because those guys are all veteran enough to understand how to do that, they could do that. Now, if you start doing that with some of the groups that we've had in the past, where it's like, hey, man, we got young, and no disrespect to my dog Beanie Bishop, but it's like you got a young Beanie Bishop out there. You got a young JPJ. It's like, yo, you can't do all of that. Hey, man, we got what's my man? Eric, was it Eric War? I forgot my man's last name. We signed at one point in the season.
Name.
It's like, yeah, man, just throw them out there. And it's like, yeah, man, when you got youth or a lot of dudes that haven't played together, you can't get too exotic. You got to be vanilla, and that makes it easier on these quarterbacks. But when you are able to, window dress a little bit more, show this and really play this. We talked about Brian Flores, right? It's like, yo, he shows 30 different things, but it's like, yo, he got a group that when they're healthy, they're able to do that and still play at a high level. Okay. You got to have everything kind of cooking, but when it is, but that's the game within the game. That's how defenders, we feel like we could take advantage or feel like we're in the driver's seat. And then the flip side, offensively, why they feel like they're in the driver's seat. So that's the fun part. Shout out to my football nerds out there. All right, I got nerded out for a second. I apologize. Okay, it happens. It happens on occasion. A question comes up, and you'll see the nerd in me popping like, "Hey, wait, you want to talk some ball?"
I'm like, tell me exactly what's going on here, please. Sorry. By the way, if you get Moats membership, he does film breakdown behind the scenes, and you can see all of these things. And I'm sure they are very intricate, very funny, and very detailed, because that is who he is. He's amazing. Because mine aren't like that. I'm
just trying to be like the PhD, okay?
No.
PhD Listen, put me on. She's like, yo, you got your memberships out, bro. All right, they here. They looking for it.
Your membership things compared to mine is totally different.
Nope.
I documented my whole, this side note nobody cares about, but you're going to hear about it. I documented my trip, like not my whole trip, but like certain moments of my trip. And this morning I was watching back everything. I'm nuts. And the things that I'm doing, I'm like, what is wrong with me? And so it's funny to like watch yourself back after you're like done. Because I'm like watching some of my videos. I'm like, girl, are you crazy? Yes, I am.
Yep.
It's so fun. Anyway, so totally random. And by the way,
so check it out. There, y'all heard her, right? Y'all heard, because she's big time. Y'all heard she's letting y'all see a little bit of glimpses of her life. Okay, I know a lot of y'all be fans over there. All right, so you get a little glimpse. Okay, y'all want to see how the PhD get acted, how she be outside, she be traveling. Y'all want to see the PhD? Y'all already know to check her out. All right, let's go.
I'm only allowing this because you're in control. Because next week, I
already know. I mean, I already know. I'm like, yo, let me just get all this while I can, because next week the screen will be shaking and twisted. I'll be like, yo, I don't know how she did it. All right, I don't know what happened. I don't know what's going on. Okay,
I forgot what was I gonna say. Oh, you had a super chat. The super chat.
Oh yeah, good call. Let me get that real quick. Oh, and shout out to the homie Country Malik. Yes, man. So he says, "Both your boy Josh Allen thankfully hit my parlay." I promise you, Country Malik, I thought of you. So Country Malik, right, he was on the show. Yeah, he was on the show on Monday, or actually yesterday, and we were recapping obviously around the league, and we obviously talk about some of the picks that we make. But he was saying how, since we got the DraftKings sponsorship, he was like, man, I got a parlay in, and I need Josh Allen to have 130 passing yards. And I'm like, hey, bro, if you put on blue and red, he for sure will knock it out for you. Country Malik was like, yo, he don't want to put on blue and red. He said that he would rather just, take the cash out and just leave it at that. And I'm like, nah, bro, put the blue and red on. You guaranteed to have it. He didn't put the blue and red on. So obviously it barely hit, but it still hit. Okay. It still hit. It barely hit, but it's your fault. It would have been way smoother. It would have been a way nicer night for a lot of people. Okay. Myself included. Okay. We'd have had a way more enjoyable Monday night. Okay. Just throw it out there. All you had to do was put on the blue and red. Okay. I could tell you ain't put it on. I could tell because of how the game went. Okay.
Well, why didn't he ask you to reach into your contacts?
Well, no, that's how it started initially. And I was like, I'm not doing that just to do it. You need to we got, you know what I'm saying? I scratch your back, you scratch my back. You feel me? So like, you put the blue or red on, I put the call in. That should he knew what it was.
On yesterday's show. I tried not to watch I tried not to watch your Monday show until after our Tuesday show because I'm like, I don't want to say what he said. Like, I want my own opinions.
Anytime we do shows, I'm like, look, I haven't talked to her. I haven't told her anything. I know.
There's certain moments.
This is her. Yep.
Seriously. Like, and behind the scenes, like for a lot of people that like, we try very hard to be very just matter of fact. Hey, here's the link. Hey, here's it.
Yep. Cool. That's it. Don't talk. Like, don't nothing. Yeah. Just say it for the camera.
Are you good? Okay, I'm good too. Okay, great. Okay, here's the link. Great. See you. Yep. And it's very much just like, and so I think it keeps it fun because the first week I was watching all of your content and I was like, I don't know if I think this or he's thinking this. Yeah. And so now I'm like, I'm not watching any of that crap.
Yeah, heck no, man.
Yeah, we all know I'll be in the comment section once I watch it. But
and that is the fire part. I mean, feel like I'm over liking comments. I'm like, yo, I know this person. I know this person. And you know what? I'm about to comment on your comment back. How about that? Just comment together. How about that?
I am in the comment section. Okay. I am petty in the comment section. There's nothing you can say in the comment section that's going to offend me. I'm going to comment. So, hey.
And I think that's the cool part too, because as like the former player, we were always taught, you don't read your press clippings. You don't read social media. The same way they're going to praise you today, they're going to tell you you're the worst player the next day. Yep. You do not care. You're not moved by it. And now with this, it's like, hey, you want to engage with people though. You want to make sure you let people know, like you appreciate the comment. You make sure you like, but I'm like, but I've always been told we don't care about the comments. Why would I look at the comments? It's like, no. It's like, yep. So when I see you and I'm like, yo, she gets it, man.
I'm always
she gets it.
I love the comment section.
I'll see you comment and it inspires me to comment. I'll be like, you know what? If she go, man, hit this like button, bro. Let's heart this thing real quick.
Yeah, especially like after my reaction video, I think, I haven't watched my initial reaction video. I usually go back and watch it. I just saw the comments.
It was good. It was a vibe. It was good.
And so after I recorded it, like, I shouldn't say this publicly. Anyways, it's already coming out. After I recorded it publicly, I was like, oh my God, I hope that like, it was like, I shouldn't have blurred anything out because usually I watch them back, but I was so fired up and I was like, and then our offense, and then we saw this, and then we caught the ball, and then like I was going on and on and on. And when it posted, I was like, oh my God, don't watch it back because what if like then I'm gonna have to like be like take it down immediately.
No, man.
That was the first video where I was ever like,
you take it too serious. You take yourself too serious. You got a PhD, okay?
No.
What?
No, I thought I had flashed the camera. What are you saying?
You're good.
I thought I had flashed the camera.
No, you definitely flashed the camera. You was good on that.
That's what I'm saying.
No, you definitely flashed the camera.
Because I usually watch myself back.
Yeah, you were good.
I was so fired up that I was like, we look so good. And then we did this, and I'm so proud. And then I sent it to you, and I was like, I did a spot check. Oh my God.
No, funny thing. We weren't even worried. Nobody was worried about that one. The Zipper fighting for his life was the show that everybody was worried about that one, okay? Say I'm worried about that flashback. No. Nobody was worried about that one at all. That one was, hey, we're good, okay? No concerns at all. That Zipper one was like, all right, guys, camera, just don't move, camera. Just, please, guys, just don't move. We're good, okay? Yeah.
So funny story. So my dad watches me, like he watches my videos and he'll watch my content.
Shout out to Papa PhD, all right? Shout out to the father of the PhD. Let's go, man.
And so sometimes he'll go, I was agreeing with the chat. Like he was like,
y'all got Papa PhD agreeing with the chat. He said, look, bro, I don't know, man.
Because baby, I was worried too. I can't lie. Because obviously we don't put up like all the things that people are saying. So when we said that, he was like, "Yeah, I was actually on the chat side. I was
funny, man.
I was worried for you." I'm like, this world is so funny. Crazy. Oh my God. Good.
Shout out.
If you don't know what we're talking about, Victory Formation last week when I showed up looking like a flashlight. Because I had to get good lighting.
She gave us Destiny Child. I'm a survivor. I'm not gonna give up. That was the fit, man. I don't care what nobody say, bro.
Oh my god, it was the best outfit I could pick out from the options. Okay, because the options weren't giving me much, and I was like, screw it, I'm going full blown. Like,
she said, y'all caught me outside. I ain't at the house. Okay, my house attire is a little bit different than when I'm outside. Okay, like you go, it's a little different over here.
Oh my gosh, yeah. So yeah, if you missed that, congratulations. You didn't. I guess you didn't miss much though, because there was moments, and so we're all recovered. Everything is all good.
Absolutely. See, it's like that. It's like that.
So yeah,
never a dull moment. You never know. No. You never know what might happen. Okay, shout out.
That's fine. Oh my gosh, that is so funny. The other, you know what else I was thinking about too when I was watching the game? The toss plays. Why?
Every time I see a toss, I think of you. You just know that it's like,
why?
Oh, that's the TaNeisha play. We should call it the toss, but it's the TaNeisha. Yeah.
Why? Why?
Like, you know it's not going away anytime soon.
Even JJ. JJ was like, yeah, it is. I mean, it is kind of old school. I mean, yeah, it is.
It was like, you don't really see this play a lot. This is not a common play with modern offenses. Yes. Like, thanks, JJ. I appreciate you, JJ. Like, thank you a lot. You're just confirming what we already know, but I appreciate you. That this is not a play you see with modern offenses. Yep, you got you, man. Yep.
Steven's like, I don't know, bro. Like,
thank you, bro.
And then, of course, I take it a step further. I'm like, that has to mean that at some point TJ has been like, bruh, we still run these freaking toss plays.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. When JJ said that, I felt seen. Like, it was in that moment.
He was so chill about it too. He just don't really see this play very commonly in modern offense. Like, dang, bro, you're actually right. You don't see this a lot. You know what, JJ? You might be onto something, JJ, because you watch a lot of football too. So you know what? Maybe you've seen more than we've seen, man. So you're right.
We know, JJ. Like, it's like, just like you don't think it could get worse. JJ Watt is basically blasting this offense on TV. Oh my god, that was so funny. When I was watching the game, I was like, if we do another freaking thing,
man.
And then we did it, and then hearing JJ, that was the best part of the telecast. Is when JJ was like, yeah, it's really kind of old school. You don't really see this much. You know, it's a play the Steelers run pretty much.
Yep.
And I'm just like, oh my gosh,
that is who we are. The way we look at that toss, and shout out to X Concepts, he brought it up. It's the same way I was looking at that jet sweep with Matt Cannon. It's like, yo, I hate this play. I do not care if it works. I absolutely hate this play, man. Stop calling it. Stop it. So that's how I know you feel when you see the toss play. I'm like, I get it. No, and it's always to the short side. No space. No. I know you got 30 yards of field over here. We're gonna run it till you got like 5 yards. All right. Yeah. Take toss.
And like in my phone, what I do is like before the game, I'm like, okay, Steelers versus whatever, right? Because I like live notes. And
because
I literally
you have a PhD and this is what you understand. You're like, yo, you don't get this smart by not having notes, by not being detailed, by not having the minutia. Okay, you hand wrote notes when you was on the road because you ain't have your regular notes. Okay, like do you type your notes in Times New Roman 12 font, or do you got like one of them specialty fonts that you use? You know what I'm saying? I never had a PhD, so I don't know. I stopped at the masters. The masters, you still use the Times New Roman to 12. You double spacing it, is a single space. Like you just never know, man.
So I'm looking at my notes. I don't have any notes that I can actually share about Steelers. But but the funny thing, what's in my note, I'm not even gonna tell you what's in my notes. But the funny thing is I'll put Pittsburgh Steelers versus whatever. And then the next thing I'll write is toss plays. And literally when they happen, you know what I do? Just put a 1.
Tally.
It happens again.
Another one.
Because people are like, how do you know how many toss plays? I'm like, I'm tracking it. I am actually tracking
doing my research. I'm documenting it. I'm forming a hypothesis by gathering data first, okay? And after I get this data and the sample size is large enough, I'm going to check the variables, what was independent, what was dependent, okay? Then after that, right now I'm okay. Yep, I already got you, man. I know.
And I can tell you, it's not good. One time, 2 weeks, whatever it was, we ran, I think it was like 4 toss plays. One of them went for like 9 yards or whatever. Yep. But the other one went for like -2. My point is, by the end of the game, we had gotten 2 yards out of those 4 plays.
Yeah.
That's not good. It's just not good. And you know this. I have a spreadsheet and then a spreadsheet and then a thing. And literally when I type in toss, I'm like, oh my gosh, every week?
She said, look, let me pull up my Excel, okay? Because PhD people actually know how to use Excel at a high level, okay? I don't know why y'all be acting intimidated like how I'm intimidated of Excel. Don't be afraid of Excel. It works. It's okay.
It's a great tool.
So she get up there, she excels it on up. I'll be over here like, I'm gonna just draw my box by hand, and I'm
I'm like, toss. I'm like, why is toss popping up 17 times?
Yep.
Like, that's crazy. This is so crazy. Anyway, so yeah.
17 toss plays, a net of -3 yards. What are we doing?
What are we
math
doing?
just doesn't math with this particular play.
It never does.
Yeah.
And then I'm even like, okay, if it gives us a touchdown, I'll give it a bonus, right?
Yeah.
I'll give it more points. That's fine. But even still, it still doesn't equal the right things. Yeah. So I don't know. And then we do it on we move forward, we're running the ball forward, we're handing the ball off, it's going forward, every play's going forward, every single, it's working. They're exhausted, they're tired, and we're like, you know what?
Aggressive, going downhill,
throwing the ball downhill, running, like everything is perfect. What do we do toss play here? Why? Like
it's almost like we outsmart ourselves. It's like, hey, I know this has been working. I know they can't stop it. I know they're even anticipating it coming again. But hold on. Want me, hit him with the remix. Every like, no, we don't want 3. We want the regular one, bro. Play the regular one. Keep the regular one. No, remix, baby, remix. No.
That is
and
all
then we get
want.
Stuck with it. That's what it feels like.
Yeah. And it's like you're beating the guys down. Why are we giving them a reprieve? I could go on. So anytime you see the toss play,
the hook. Yeah.
Yes. Anytime you see a toss play, yes, I am losing my crap. Yes, I am documenting it. And yes, I am yelling at the screen. And I am like, that's what I say every single time. I hate this play. Oh my God, I hate this play. And then sometimes I know it's coming and I'm like, please don't be the toss. Please, Aaron Rodgers, don't do the toss. Please don't do the toss. And it's the toss.
Of course. I love it.
Anyway.
That's how it is though. Hey, as long as we keep winning though, we can laugh about it. Okay. We can laugh through these toss plays. Okay. As long as we're winning.
Yeah.
We start losing, we're like, hey, look, man, I ain't got time for this play no more. All right.
Does anybody when they see toss plays, does anybody go, TaNeisha is pissed right now saying these toss plays?
I'll tell you for a fact, that's what I think. Every time I'm like, oh, it's TaNeisha right here. I'm like, the irony, especially when it's a good toss play. I'm like, oh, the irony. She doesn't know if she wants to smile or pull her hair out right now. It's the toss play. I love it.
And what I'm doing is going, how many yards was it? 7. Okay, toss play 7 yards. Because I know we're going to do another one. It's going to be -2 or 3. So it's like, I don't.
As long as we catch the ball. After last year, Eagles, Russ, the Najee, I'm like, yo, just catch the ball. If you catch the ball, it's a net positive to me because I've seen the alternative. I've seen what happens when you don't at least do that part.
That's true. Yeah. I don't know. Anyways, those are the things. The other thing I will say though, like there's like the one negative thing, the penalties.
This is one of the most penalized games we've had. Was it 10 penalties? Was it 59 yards? Yeah,
we were leading the NFL with like the least amount of penalties. And then this game, it's like, but then again, is that normal though, coming off of a bye week?
Coming off the bye. That's rusty? All it is. Yeah. So when we talk about football, it's like, man, the only way to stay good at football is by playing football. And practicing football is the difference between playing in the game. Just because it's faster. And the guys you're playing against, you're not as familiar with. They're trying to kill you. You're trying to kill them. So everything is ratcheted up. So when you remove yourself for a week, when you typically come back, it takes time for you to just get acclimated to the speed of it. And as you can see, as professionals, it doesn't take a long time, but you could just see with some of the little things, right? A little tug here. Oh man, alignment right here. TJ Watt. Well, hey man, because you haven't aligned up in a week, man, just simply where's your hand placed at, and the mechanics of did I just check out there with the ref real quick. I mean, just the little stuff like that you just maybe because of the bye you're a little bit more casual with. Those are some of the things that you deal with, but it was like I said, good to see that we were still able to overcome those because out the bye is one or two things. You either look crisp and you're hitting on all cylinders. And I thought for the majority of the game, we did look crisp. We didn't have the turnovers. We did look crisp. We didn't have blown assignments on defense. We didn't have a lot of drop passes or footballs just kind of hitting the ground. So I thought
Very
we
true.
had a good bye week, but other times you'll see teams come out of the bye and they look rusty. They're not as physical because they haven't practiced. They haven't had their mindset on kill or be killed. And you kind of come into the game a little bit more chill, and it's like, yo, you getting punched in the face early on, or you'll see the routine drops, right? Or miss, or
Mhm.
not just miss tackles or the blown coverages, because mentally I haven't had to be locked in for this week. So now getting myself back geared up for that, maybe I wasn't as thorough with that. And that's the pros and the cons of the bye week. Like I said, for us in the regular season, you look at the bye as a benefit because there's nothing negative. Even if you lose the game coming out of it, it's like, yo, we still got all these other games after it. When
True.
you hear my tone, it's kind of because I speak from the other side where we had it in the postseason and it cost us versus the Jags.
Mhm.
We came out in that first quarter, we were flat playing catch up, getting punched in the mouth, and it was like, oh, now we
Takes
woke
you a
up.
minute.
But
Yeah.
because the whole bonus week, you're just out here like, yo, we practicing, but we not hitting because the bye week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're locked in, but you're not kill or be killed because it's the bye week. So those are some of the things that you kind of have to guard against. But with this team being veteran, and you having the veteran leadership of a Rodgers, you having the guy like Jalen Ramsey on the defense, TJ Watt, Cam Hayward, PQ, the way that he's playing and stuff like that, it's like you got enough around you that you feel like you can overcome any of that type of stuff with this roster right now. And they've been proving it throughout these first 5 games.
Yeah, I think the other, and that was kind of something where I was kind of like, maybe it's because the bye week. But the other thing is too, is like these refs are full of crap because like I don't think what he did was anyways.
No,
I
so
just
and even with that, like he did exactly what the technique is taught from Danny Smith. Verbatim, it's called scraping paint, and you're taught to do that because up until that point, nobody's ever seen a flag thrown for you shielding or blocking a guy with your back. It
yeah.
can't be a blindside hit if I'm using my back to hit this guy and I'm shielding him. That's the whole theory in it. It's been communicated with referees, and referees have even come to the practices and confirmed it. And that's why we can show you countless clips of that technique being utilized, not just here in Pittsburgh, but around the league by, players, and it works. So we were
So
all
it's
kind of
just a
shocked.
miscall.
Yeah, and it happens. That's the human nature. And that's why you saw Coach Tomlin and Danny Smith not crucifying Jabril. They were actually comforting him, letting him know, like, yo, you did correct. Like,
Yeah.
that's on the official. You were right. But with officials, it's like, yeah, unless you go robots, you're going to have this happen on occasion. It sucks. But we always say one call does not determine the outcome. Obviously, if it's the last call of the game, different scenario. But
Yeah.
99% of the time, it's like, yeah, but you're not going to have just one call. So
Fair.
over the course of 60 minutes, if you're the better team, it should reflect that. And this was another case in point. Even with us having the penalties that we did have, and some of them questionable variety, right? It's like, yeah, we're still good enough to overcome that type of stuff. So that was the other reassuring part. But yeah, man, the Peppers penalty, I was not a fan of it.
Yeah. The other thing too, shout out to Peppers, like another guy that's just aware. He's he's just there. He's just like we're sometimes you look up and you're like, who is that? Oh, that was Peppers making that play. Oh, like
yeah.
I don't know what his
look for the puffy top. Look for the puff top.
Yeah, I don't know what his role would like, and it doesn't matter. His role is to make plays. He's getting paid to make plays. So whatever that means, that is your job on this team. That is okay with me. Like you again, like I'll keep saying, that is why you bring in talent. You bring in talent and you say, hey, we will figure this out. Don't you even worry about it. We will figure out how to get you on the field. Just come on in. Like, just go on in. And that's what I've always wanted. Like, just bring in the guys. I don't care. Go get them. So I'm never going to be a fan of letting a talented guy walk for something that we don't know. I want to keep the guys that we have that are talented, because right now there's not anybody that I'm thinking like, oh, every time, right? Or no one, in my opinion, I feel that way. Yeah. You keep talent. And if we want to bring in more talent because we were giving away drive picks, sign me up for that. I'm okay with that. I don't want to give up our talent, though, to go get other talent that I don't know if that talent's going to perform well. I like it.
Or does the talent fit? Because once again, we're not talking about an off-season acquisition. We're talking about in-season.
I forgot
and it's just the more into the season you get, the harder it is. Because now you're not just learning the playbook. That's what we were doing all off season.
Right.
Now we're game planning. So you don't even get to the game planning part when you're just trying to learn the playbook part. It's like, bro, no, You need to know this check already. And if you don't, but we're trying to put you out there, now it's going to handcuff us in terms of what we can and can't do. So those are some of the things. And that's why it's even like, I know this thought process of going to get a wide receiver 2, we're going to still make a trade. And it's like, the longer this goes on, the less likely that wide receiver 2 has the impact that a lot of us think that person is going to have. Right. And if the player was that talented that he could come in here and shine as soon as we got him, he probably already is getting paid 12, 15, maybe even 20, $30 million, because those are the guys that we say are scheme free. They're just nice, right? The Terry McCollums of the world, right? The DK Metcalfs of the world. It's like, hey, you know why AJ Brown could work in any offense? Because AJ Brown is worth $100 million at that position. You know why Devonta Smith could work at any offense? Because he's worth about $80 million at that position. It's like, we're not hunting for those, though. We're trying to find almost like the bargain and then say, hey, man, come in here for cheap, but give me $100 million worth of production. Give me $80 million worth of production. Heck, give me with T. Higgins. It's like, dude, nah. Heck, even first round draft picks that we're looking at, is like, yo, that's still a lot of pedigree compared to what we're hunting right now, man. That's not available to us.
And that's what I always say too. Like, the biggest tell me you watch the Steelers play without telling me you watch the Steelers play is when somebody says, let's go get AJ Brown. We barely target DK. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real for a second. We barely. I think, I don't know, I've never asked you this, but I'm on team, like, why can't give him some more? Go, like, I'm on that team.
This was one of the first games we actually were like giving him those targets. Him and Darnell Washington, I thought this is the first time we actually tried to say, you know what? We got a matchup that we want to exploit. We like DK versus Tyson Campbell. Let's force it to him. Let's feed. It was like, I ain't seen this is AB. Like, that's the last time was force feeding receivers, man.
Yeah, go get AJ Brown. For what? He's going to be reading books, having the same problem he has with the Steelers that he has with the Eagles. Because we're not going to throw it to him either.
Lord, I read no books. My man be looking so hopeless. I'm like, he put the book away for a little. He's like, yeah, I don't even want to read no more. I'm just gonna sit here, just cross my leg. I'm like, dang, bro.
I will say though, I obviously, as an educator, I love the fact that his calm, calm space, his ability to kind of remove himself from the moment is to go just pick up something and fill his brain with some positivity. I think that is a great lesson that I wish more people would take, is like, find that thing that centers you, that kind of brings you back. And I mean, think about like in a football game, he's watching film, he's doing all these things, and he's like, let me hold on, I just need to do my thing real fast. Let me just read a chapter. Let me
get away real quick. Yeah. And everybody is different with that. But like you said, it's like, man, whatever it is for you to bring you peace. I feel like the problem is a lot of us are so quick to, go to the next action, whether that's anger, whether that's excitement, whether that's anxiety, whether that's worry. But it's like, man, to get back to being centered, it's like, for some people it's meditation, for some people it's yoga, for some people it's reading a book, for some it's like, yo, I got to go yell real quick. Let me go yell into a pillow, right? Blow off some steam. It's like, whatever you got to do to get back centered, it's like, yo, knock it out. But it's dope though to see him read. And as a personal, like, since I like to read as well, it's like, yo, it's cool to see another athlete out here spreading the good word with the good books. It's like, man, he reads. Okay, he's a reader.
What do you like to read?
Well, I'm a big James Patterson guy, man. I love Alex Cross. Like, that's my dude, man. Obviously, I feel like I can relate to the dude. A little family guy, little kiddies. You know what I'm saying? Doing the whole good versus evil. You know what I'm saying? I like that. Okay. But for me, man, it was that type of book that kind of got me. And before I got into reading, like, was it 30 plus of them books now? It was anything that was autobiography, but weirdly enough, I wanted it on like mob bosses or former gang members, because I wanted to like really hear about like where they went wrong and then where they went right. Because for some of us, our upbringings weren't always this super shiny, nice, glitz and glamour. So you do have a little bit more understanding of some of the people that didn't make the best chances or best choices, on a consistent basis. So with that, it's like, man, it's just kind of cool for me at times to like, what, man, I can understand this thought process, but I can also see where you grew from that. or in some cases where they didn't grow. And then internally for myself, I say, well, hey, this is a reminder of why you do what you do when you wake up, why you choose to do this every single day versus you being loosey goosey with it. It's like, man, if you don't want what comes with that, you stay focused on what you're supposed to stay focused on. So, that's how I get it in, man. Yeah. Okay. Now I'm sure when I'm not reading those books, I'm gonna get back to my dictionary, my encyclopedia. Okay, just to keep it with you. Okay? Yeah, I'm just to pull the book. I'd be like, what's that book? It's my thesaurus. I'm gonna learn how to spell this one day. Okay. Yep. It's my dictionary. So I read it on rookie mode though, okay? Because
really? That's hilarious. That is so funny. That is actually really funny. For anybody wondering, I've never read the encyclopedia. I've never read the dictionary. I've never read a thesaurus. Okay.
Of course. Look, you know how most of us when we go to the bathroom, we'll get on our phone and we'll just kind of scroll. No. She has like the biggest dictionary. It's like Webster. Okay. She's like, let me see what Webster said on this day. Okay, let me just I'd be like, God dang, bro, this is nuts, man.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine how crazy that would be?
She's like, I'm gonna go Webster on this one. Let me just see the origin of the she takes a dictionary with her. All right, that's what she does. That's this.
Oh my God, I need to read this page. Hold on, I'm almost done. Oh my gosh, that would be crazy, actually. I forgot I was going to say. I can't miss this moment to ask you about your body preparation for a Thursday night football game. As a player that obviously had a game on Sunday, whatever, nobody cares, right? Because now you have to get up and get ready to play Thursday. Mm-hmm. So what does that look like? Like, how is your body feeling? How are you mentally? How do you stop and go so quickly?
No, honestly, this is the game. If you have ever been fortunate to play in the NFL, you hate this. This is the worst one on the schedule. You care about this game more than any of them other games because physically and mentally, this is going to be the most challenging game that you have to endure. Sunday to Thursday is a insane turnaround. We've been complaining about it. We've been hollering about it, but money.
Oh, you get double paid.
No, we wish. The NFL makes too much money though. So because of Thursday night football, they're never going to turn that down. Absolutely not. That's why it went from it could just be one team having the Thursday night matchups to now every team is going to have Thursday night to the point where you might even have two.
You might have two
Thursday night matchups now. All because of the dollar. And like I said, it sucks because this is the game where we talk about the injury risk is the highest because you don't have enough time for your body to recover. Typically, dudes in Thursday practice don't even feel good. It's times you're in practice on Thursday, question if you're even going to be able to play on Sunday. Just because the equivalent of a NFL tackle is driving in your car. Don't do this. About 40 miles an hour, and then you go crash into another car going about 40 miles an hour. It's like, hey, bro, that what it feel like. It ain't a good feeling, man. So when you're trying to get your body recovered, it takes time, and not just the time of Sunday to Sunday, but also seeing a chiropractor, getting massages, getting acupuncture, cold tubs, hot tubs, stretching, lifting, right? That's one of the concepts that most people feel like when you're sore, you want to lay down and rest. Well, when you got to get ready to play, you got to get up, you got to get moving, you got to have blood flow, and it hurts. So you're going through all of that. But because it's a Thursday and you're on the road, you lose a day because you leave on Wednesday.
Oh, so right, because they'll leave tomorrow.
So you're not even getting the full gamut of your recovery. So mentally, you just know this is the game I got to lock in the most, man, because I'm going to be hurting. I'm still going to be sore. I'm still going to be fatigued, but I'm a professional. And this is where we separate the pros from the professionals. Coach Tom would always talk about 15 pounds of meat. He would say, man, Lions as a pride, they go to wherever they're going to go and they don't know where they're going to get their food from. But when they get there, they know I have to come up with 15 pounds of meat in order to survive. And it's like, all right. So when we go to these places, it don't matter if it's Thursday, don't matter if it's Monday, don't matter if it's Saturday, don't matter if it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, Christmas Eve, day after Christmas, Black Friday, Black Monday, Yellow Tuesday. It's like, yo, we show up and we kick butt. That's what we do. And it's like, yo, complain to somebody else. You want to complain when you sitting in there drinking that Mai Tai with the funny umbrella in your joint on vacation. That's when you complain. Complain to the waiter. Like, yo, can you bring another bottle over here? I had to earn this. Now, my big toe still hurt because of that Thursday night game, but that's how you do it. So that's the mindset with it. But for sure, this the game that you be like, oh my God, Thursday night, Lord, why y'all want to give us this Thursday? What, man, this hurts. For sure, this hurts, man.
Is there anything? Is there any one thing you can do that helps? Like, was there anything where you were like,
for Thursday?
Yeah, anything. Like, is there anything?
If the lucky gods make it a home Thursday, you don't have to travel. Because you don't have to travel. Travel hurts. You know how it is to travel. Now, granted, with the Steelers, man, you travel, you know, you got a nice plane, you're direct wherever you're going to and all this other stuff, right? You're not dealing with the main airports, but you get your body on them flights and you fly to these, it gets you. When you soar, it gets you. When you got to sit in there, the elevation, it gets you. You be sitting there with leg sleeves on like you're 60. Man, you talking about, what's this for? It's for varicose veins. What how old are you? Well, I'm 22. Hey, man, because I got this swelling in my neck.
Yeah. So, okay. I just,
I mean, so it's like you think of that. Or even Cleveland. We do a lot of Thursday night versus Cleveland. We take the bus. That's old school style. I feel like I'm back in college. Like, yo, we hopping on like the bus.
Well,
like,
maybe the good news is then that we're flying and we're not like, going to
this is the closer. Yeah, it's like, yo, it's a flight. It's still, like I said, it sucks, but it's like, yo, it's a close flight. That'll work. But that's, like I said, man, when you're the home team, you feel at least the benefits of, I don't have to travel. I still have the comforts of being familiar with the area, being at, I mean, for some of us at the house, like you don't even go to the hotel. It's like, I'm gonna sleep in my bed. So that's the one advantage or the one thing that you could do positively. Other than that, your mindset is, we're gonna get here. I'm gonna order me some bomb room service, and I'm taking somebody here with me on Thursday, and I got all weekend to recover. Because coach gonna give me off till Tuesday. I know I'm off till Tuesday, or he gonna make me come in on Monday and then give me Tuesday off. Excuse me on that one. So I know I gotta give me some fire room service, take somebody head on Thursday, and I see y'all on bonus Monday. Like that's the vibe right now. Yeah.
I just always wondered. I'm like, I mean, listen, I don't play football, obviously, but as a fan, I get exhausted. Just like, especially for me this weekend, because I felt like both of my teams, like I needed the Steelers to win, and obviously Texas is, I needed them. Yeah. And after the games, it took me a minute because after the game Saturday, I didn't come down. I was like, I gotta get in it. After I recorded my last video on Sunday, I was tired and not physically, I didn't do anything, but just like mentally and all this stuff. Because then I'm also gearing up because I'm like, okay, I have to make my preview. I have to obviously study the Bengals earlier. I'm doing all of these things, so I can't imagine if it was like, oh, and by the way, I sprained my ankle. I got tackled. Your 30
shoulder
times.
Hurts. Your head sore. You like, bro, what? And it's like, hey, we're also going to be talking bad about you. Even though you won the game, we still are going to say it wasn't pretty enough. You didn't put 50 on them. Like, bro, what? What?
If I was a player, I could never read. I could never.
So you heard what I said in the beginning when it was like, yo, I shout out to you for how you are in the comments, because as players, the longer you play, the more almost like oblivious you become to what we would call the peanut gallery. And I don't like to use that term like with us because it's like, yo,
all the time.
Right. But when players say it comes off as, oh, you think you're better than us. And it's not that. It's just the fans have opinions and they don't always make the most sense, but it's like they're very passionate. And it's like, man, you mean to tell me we bust our tail all week, we sore as heck all week, we do a parenting, we do a school, we do it all this all week, and we get the victory, and you just watching it in your
one
chips?
Play, the one ball that I dropped on the one thing.
Yeah. And I'm a terrible player because out of the 80 snaps I played, 5 snaps were bad. But I'm a terrible player because you feel like you could do this, even though we know
you can't, because you had a chance and you're not here.
So that's why they teach you. They're like, yo, you ignore it. You don't even, it's elevator music. We do not care what you have to say. We are here to do what we do. And y'all can have an opinion on what we left. All right. Because y'all not doing enough to even make us have an opinion. Yeah, I mean, because like you said, it's hard, man. When you
It's
put that
hard.
much sacrifice in, then the fans say something like that, and you be like, "Yo, why did that person go crazy on that fan, man?" Only focus on the positive. It sound
Right.
good.
Well, and I think too, because you're in the NFL and the spotlight's on you, at any moment, if you make a comment somewhere, if you do something,
Oh
then
yeah,
that
it's a headline.
thing, it
Yep.
yeah. And so it's like you can't even if you just wanted to have an honest, engaging,
Uh
like,
huh.
hey, okay, well, let me tell you what happened on that breakdown. Everyone's going to
Uh
take it and run with it in
yeah.
17
And
different
then you
ways. So
got
it's
the
like,
trolls. Then
yeah,
you got the ones
you
that
don't even know if it's the right the
intentionally, right?
person.
They're
Yeah.
intentionally antagonize you just to see if you're gonna respond, then to make it look
Yeah.
like, oh, why would you say that to little old me? You're like, well, why would you say that to big old me? Come on, man. Like, what? You go bark up the tree fell on you. Now I'm wrong. Like, dang.
That's funny.
I can't believe Cam said that to these people. Yeah, hey, Cam, thank you.
Yeah, you know what they're pulling is the Dylan Gabriel when he hit. He was like what was that? Like, did anybody ask him? But nobody in the Cleveland media probably even asked the right questions. Like, what was that?
No, they said if that jersey number was different. Oh man. So shout out to Dylan, man.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, like, was there at any point in the game where you kind of were like, why are you picking on this little dude?
Yeah.
Like,
but at the same time, I won't trip it because you know how it is. It's like, man,
it's dog eat dog. I get it.
You're absolutely right. And if you feel like you're good enough to be on that field, and if that team thinks you're good enough to stand in front of us, well, out of respect for you, I'm going to give you my best. All right. Out of respect for your organization, I'm going to try every play to knock you out. Out of respect for you. Because if it means you nice. Yeah.
Thank God Shador's not out there.
Yeah.
I don't want to see this. Like, but
it was
when Jalen Ramsey came off the back end and literally like tracked him down. I was like, oh man, he doesn't stand a chance.
I ain't even the reason why another reason I didn't feel bad for Dylan Gabriel. After watching Deshaun Elliott hit that Dago receiver, I thought they were going to throw Deshaun out because of when last year when DeMonte Casey got thrown out. I was like, yo, they're going to throw him out because he might have killed this kid, bro. Like that was what I thought. And then Patrick Queen jumped in. I'm like, yo, what are y'all trying? Y'all just don't want to play for money this week. Y'all just want to play for free because it looks too aggressive. Okay, like if I'm the alum and I'm over here like bro. It's like, yo, they gonna find you good for this one, man. All right, so just know it just looked too aggressive. Like you see how Deshaun hit that? It was a clean hit. They threw the flag just because it was a dead body. Sometimes and this is my issue even with college. Like, yo, they flag the body. They not flagging the hit. It's the when it dies. And it was like, man, that was a flag for the body. I'm like, yo, it's too much of that. When that happens, it scares the mommies. You can't scare the mommies away, man. When the mommies got to look at their little son and be like, hey, not my boy getting hit like that. That's bad for business. Okay. So we got it. You know what this is. Okay. They've already told us. We get it. Okay. As a defender, you're like, yo, that's not cool. But we get it, okay? As a dude got a wifey and she got the little wavy, like, yo, I get it. Because if little guy got tagged, what? Not a chance. So I get it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
they not only were they hitting, they were fast. Yeah. And I think it's been a long time since I've seen him be fast and hit. I've seen him hit. Yeah. And then I've seen him be fast and miss the tackle. So it's like, this was the first game where it was like, they were fast and they were present. And it's like, I love that. And I know we're going to end this. And this week I'm like, okay, what are we going to see on Thursday? Are we still fast? Are we still like, I think we're always going to be physical. That's just who we are. But it's like, I'm just curious to see like how that impacts Thursday. I want them to win Thursday so bad. Like, I can't even.
Look, it's all good because we're gonna talk about that tomorrow night. All right, y'all got us in prime time. Okay, so we looking forward to it.
Let them know what time.
So the stream, okay? Because yes, since the non-PhD person over here, I'm not as cool in my life. I'm just in dad mode. Okay, so as dad,
super cool.
All right, my little ones is in sports. They got games. The little one made the basketball team, a little girl, okay? So yeah, man, she should be out here hooping. So we got to push the time back a little bit, all right? It's gonna be a little up and down over here on the show schedule, okay? But tomorrow, okay, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when the show starts. All right, Miss PhD is going to be joining us. We don't know exactly what time officially just yet, but at some point she's gonna be jumping on, all right? And when she jump on, it's gonna start picking formation. It's that simple, okay? Just make sure y'all be ready, okay? But you just should be there, okay? So yeah, it's gonna happen, and we're gonna have a blast with it, and we're gonna preview this here Bengals matchup, okay? But I'm super excited about it. So hopefully y'all will be here and be tuned in and turned up.
Turned up and tuned
Come
in.
on,
I love
man.
that.
You know how we do. Yeah.
That's it.
Come on now.
I love it.
So yeah. But
awesome.
anything else on the back end before we get up out of here? I do have us at 134, or excuse me, on the East Coast 134. So I gotta make sure, you know what I'm saying, that we aware of the clock today. Okay?
Yeah.
I ain't messing
the
up
only
on
thing
mine.
I have to
Not
say is don't forget, we are fans. We get to enjoy the win until the next game kicks off. We don't have to temper. We don't have to call. We don't have to do any of that crap.
No 24-hour rule. No 24-hour rule for y'all.
There's no rules for us. So enjoy it. Have fun. Talk the track. Do all the things. Okay, because you never know.
Troll on the internet. Be petty. Yes. All right. We want to see more Browns suck memes. Okay.
Exactly.
Put another Browns jersey up with 30 different quarterbacks. We want all of that. Okay. Put up the TJ Watt versus Myles Garrett stats. Tell everybody Jalen Ramsey had more sacks. Let them all know.
Of it. Yeah. All of it. The other thing I'll say too before we end this is that Seattle Seahawks loss is not looking too bad. I'm just saying.
Look all right. Seattle looking all right. They're looking all right.
And we had our moments, and some of these. I'm just saying that Seattle team. That Seattle team is looking fantastic right now. So, and I get the rules are different in the NFL than college. You don't care about the strength of your wins and all that. I get it, but for measuring our team and measuring what's going on, I mean, just saying. So that's it. That's it. Like I'm just calling it out for no reason at all. So pay attention to what's going on.
Just in case you missed it. Just in case you missed it.
Just in case you didn't know. Just in case you don't watch football all day, every day, and then analyze the stats like I do, frontwards, backwards, and in between. Just let you know.
Let's go.
That's all I got.
So there we have it right there. Then, all right. So y'all already know the drill. Like button on both channels, subscribe on both channels, memberships on both channels. And like I said, man, we back in the building tomorrow, man. Victory formation previewing the action. So with that being the case, y'all stay safe out there. And until next time, baby. Peace.
Bye.